It's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. Today's battle's on the Abbey map and we've got a tier 6, tier 5 battle. It's EBR Assassin from Pretty Clan in the Type 64, the Chinese premium light tank at tier 6. If you ever get the chance to pick up this tank, I'd really recommend it. It's a really fun tank to play. It's got good DPM, good mobility, good view range, good camo, and all around a bit of a monster for its type. Now he's come to the middle here to get some early shots. Gun depression there, not quite letting him take a shot there, but he didn't want to expose himself too much. More just trying to light the tanks up for the TDs behind him, or the heavy tanks who might be staying there. There's got the T50-2, which is it's also a light tank. That's basically a reward tank that you got from the, I think, for the players who have been in the game a long time. That's one of the annual rewards there. So once you reach, I think, 4 years playing the game, you start to get tanks as reward. So you'll collect that eventually when you get to the number of years played. Anyway, it's found a T34-85, which is probably the best sort of medium tank at tier 6 as well. So it's going to be an interesting duel. But can he out DPM him? It's got a mix of standard and premium ammunition here. So still using his standard ammo, which is a good sign to see. He knows how to pen tanks, and he's just disposed of that T34-85. That was the tech tree version of the T34-85M. Is a premium version of the same tank. So, but either one, it's a pretty handy tank. Good armor, punchy gun, etc. Anyway, but this is more about EBR's Assassin's game. Anyway, let's make some impression here on the game. They've already got a lead in terms of hit points and tanks. And working through the city here, you can get side shots on the enemy, both in the middle lane of the Abbey, but also on the 1-2 line. So it's a reasonable place to come. Sometimes, of course, you find the enemy coming back the other way, so you just got to be careful and negotiate these buildings, use them as hard cover. But here we go, it's a ELC. Let's put one shot in, we'll get another shot, and left him on a one-shottable position. You can just see the fast firing rate of the gun here. There you go, the ELC's been taken out, which is handy. It's also a pretty fun tank to play at its tier. That's just tier 5, so not standing up to tier 6 all that well. Anyway, just pushing forward here, good chance he'll light up tanks on around the cap area. And just here, choosing not to go straight forward. There was KV1 spotted, in fact he's still there, but just wending his way through here and using these bushes here to basically try and outspot. Now, he's not running binocs, he's probably running optics, but he was also running food, so he's got a pretty decent view range, as you can see. So if you're able to light up anything on the cap area, but nothing comes up, so either that KV2 that was last spotted on the minimap there is behind hard cover, or he's basically just, oh, there he goes. So no, actually that's a different tank, so BK30-01P, and that most likely spotted there by EBR Assassin, but nothing else coming up. So definitely still some enemy tanks back at base. Game has come back a bit, it's a bit more in the balance now. They're level on tanks and pretty close on hit points. Now the KV2 has reappeared, he's come to the middle, and that's not always a good move from a heavy tank perspective, but here we go, EBR Assassin getting some shots into the KV2, dodged a heavy round coming in there, and he's going to try and just out DPM before he gets a chance to reload. And there we go, gets taken out by enemy tank. So that brings up 2.1k of damage, and he's got just under 500 hit points of assisted damage there. And 2 quick kills have put the balance back in favour of his team. Now there was an M10 spotted, he's just a bit lower down, but there's probably not too much backing him up. Oh, there is another M10 on the map somewhere who is, I'm not sure where he is, but he's certainly putting shots into this M10 here. Not exposing himself too much, which is good. And not pushing straight into the M10, so yeah, the M10 itself has got a reasonable gun, doesn't really want to take too much damage from there. Now he's used up nearly all of his standard rounds, so he's going to have to switch to his premium rounds, which is unfortunate, but sometimes necessary in this tank. But when you're top tier, you shouldn't really need them. So that's just what's happened there. He's just completely consumed his standard rounds. And you can see it actually carries quite a lot of ammunition to this tank, so you're never really likely to run out of ammunition, even though it's fast firing. And here we go, got to tank the back of the KV-1, which, yeah, not aware of him, but actually, no, he set him on fire too, which is good. And pulls back while he's on fire too. He's either doesn't have a fire extinguisher or he has used it up. And he hasn't died yet, but he'll pop out once more for a quick shot and gets the kill. So in fairly quick fashion, he's racked up 3k of damage. Now the Artie knows he's there now, and he's put a bit of heat into him. So he's only got 195 hit points left, so one shot to some of the tanks here. And this game's still very much even, so it's going to be a good contest here. But if they try and cross, he will be able to get some shots into it. Now he's pretty much Artie safe here. Still really gets spotted. He doesn't really want to give away his position. And his team have come back to defend Cap, which is a good sign actually. The team responding to the enemy push on the base. There we go, the BK-31, he should be able to get some shots into him. Just let it aim in a bit more. Gun can be a little bit derpy sometimes, particularly at long range sniping. So a good idea to let it aim in. In fact, the aim time's slightly longer than the reloads. So if you're trying to pump out the shots, so you just have to be a bit more patient. He's got T67 retreating there, should get the kill here. It she does. That takes out a fairly dangerous TD, particularly on this map. They can really hide and cover their own cap area pretty successfully. This game is not over yet. He's just coming to an area where the last M10 was spotted. In fact, there he is. He'll get a shot on it and gets another kill. So starting to make a big impact here. Only 3 Artie left and 1 real tank, so this looking like it's going to be a win. Just negotiating some difficult terrain here. There you go, the T-3485M. It's being faced up with an HT number 6, so good chance that the T-34, I think this is the premium version of it, he's got a chance to take out the Artie, which he does. There you go, the T-34 is taken out, so it's only 2 Artie left. And really get any more damage out of this. Oh yeah, there we go, he's got the gorilla and gets another kill, ammo racks him. So that brings up 7 kills for EBR Assassin. That is a top gun, of course, and nearly 4k damage. That's a pretty impressive output in a tier 6 game. Let's go and look at the details. So here we got the results. As we saw, 3.9k of damage and another nearly 700 of assisted damage there. So 4.6, in fact, actually just 4.7k of combined damage, which was very nice. Got the 7 kills. Just lost the opportunity to get a Pulls medal there, but yeah, I don't think he was too unhappy there. Got the Pascucci's medal for killing the Arties, and of course the high caliber award for the most damage in the game, and that gave him an Ace Tanker Mastery badge. So how did that compare to the team? All right, so he finished well on top in terms of base experience, 1783, very nice level, that well-deserved ace there. Panzer 5-4, who was on the, I think the 1-2 line there, giving a bit of support, came in next with 1k of damage, and they really were the outstanding members, so real carry there from EBR Assassin. Perhaps without him, they would not have won. The EME team, well, one of the arties did the most damage there, M44, pretty overpowered arty at that tier, and still is, even with the changes to HE. T-3485M, who was killed near the end, did over 1200 damage, and there's quite a few other tanks there did over a K of damage, so the enemy team probably would have pulled off a win there without EBR Assassin being there. Anyway, what did it cost him in the end? So it is a premium tank, but tier 6 doesn't really get as much credit earning as lower tiers. He ended up firing 37 shots and hit 33, and every single shot he placed penetrated, so a very good shot selection there. Did he bounce anything? No. Damage blocker armor 0. So yeah, it is light tanks, not really going to block much there. I'm just curious to see if sometimes that happens. He did have some personal reserves running, and ended up using consumables there. Would have been the food and a little bit of premium ammunition as he ran out of his standard rounds, but he made a nice 34k profit there. Anyway, another great game there from EBR Assassin. You'll find other good gameplay from him in the channel. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing that. We'll have more great content to follow, and thanks for watching.